one simple object and just pad with a given thickness as per our requirement. Then hole command, select the hole and select any planar surface or any plane. On that hole feature will be applied. So here blind means dimension, diameter of the hole and depth of the hole. This is the depth. Up to next, up to last, up to plane, up to surface. So same as per the part pad as well as pocket. So this is the same. Now we want to define the position of a hole. So positioning sketch, create this sketch symbol. So we will enter into the 2D sketcher and this is the center point. So we can give a dimension from any edges. 10, 15. Now this hole is now fully constrained with a given dimension. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Here different types are there. In your case, the whole standard, this option will not be there because this is a advanced CATIA 28 version. So these options are given. Now this is simple hole type. Next option taper. Taper means angular. So already the whole dia and whole depth is mentioned. Only we have to mention the angle. According to the angle, these taper portions will be automatically adjusted. You can see taper. Okay.
Okay.
Next counterbore. Counterbore means two holes. This is big diameter hole with a depth. Okay, initial, this is small diameter with depth. This is a big diameter with a depth. Big diameter with a depth. And small diameter with depth at extension level. And big diameter here, your bolt head will be accommodated inside this hole. So as per the bolt diameter, we can give this dimension. So in advanced CATIA, this option is given as per cap screw or head cap screw. So like we want, suppose metric, we will select metric. We want emmet with normal hole. So diameter for emmet, head diameter is 14.5 and depth is 8. So inside this, the bolt head will be added. Okay, so counterbore, this option is not in your system, so you have to mention manually depth and diameter. Next option, countersunk. Countersunk is for screw. So for this, initial again small diameter and depth is mentioned. Here depth and angle. This is a depth. Depth for this taper depth and diameter angle is given for taper. This portion is taper. Second option, in your case also, these three options might not be there. You can check. Next is depth and diameter. So depth and big circle diameter, taper diameter. Third option, angle and diameter. Angle and diameter. So as per the information provided, we can select these values. Okay. So in this case, depth automatically adjusted. You can see angle and depth and diameter. In this case, your angle here depth is mentioned. So this angle automatically adjusted. And here angle and depth, so diameter will be adjusted. So you can see the diameter value. So any two values we will give. And last option is counter drill, means it's a combination of counter bore and counter drill. So this is the first dia, counter bore dia. This is the dia and depth. The counter bore diameter, counter bore depth is given. And next is angle of counter sunk or taper. So this is the angle, taper angle. So like this, in your system it will be like this. Here one more extra option, counter sunk diameter. So it's a counter sunk. So again, we can define counter sunk diameter as well. So you can see this diameter is varying. Okay, so it is either up to the counterbore or less than counterbore. But in your case, only this single option is there. So we cannot change the countersunk dia. So your dia will be starting from this diameter. So like this countersunk, counter drill. Again, in hole option, I will select this as a simple and thread. So thread option is given. So threaded. Here dimension support depth up to plane. So support depth means up to the whole diameter. Okay. In this case, I will select the whole dimension 10 mm. Whole depth is 10 mm. Now we can select the tapping thread diameter or tap depth, sorry, thread depth as per our requirement. But if you select this support depth, so this depth is same as whole depth. And up to plane, since we can select any plane or planar face. Up to this, threads will be added, so it will show error because hole depth is less and thread depth is more. So we cannot achieve this at shop floor, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
that's why it's showing error. So I will increase this. Sorry, it's a diameter. I will increase the depth. Then okay, so there is no issue. Now next issue is type. No standard metric thick and metric thin. So metric thick means pitch is standard pitch. Okay, so suppose M10 diameter, you can see pitch is 1.5, and if it is a metric thin, pitch is 1. So pitch is less means in a given length, number of threads will be more. So now this is a 20 thread depth, so 20 threads will be there. If it is a thick, 1.5 means up to how much? 20, 10, might be 15 threads will be there. So generally we will use thick pitch for a normal application. For special case where we require a precision operation, example sensor, proxy sensor, the range is 2 to 3 mm. So in that case we want one rotary motion should complete the one, if there is a one rotary motion, the linear motion should be small. So for the accuracy point of view, same example, lathe screw, lead screw. So in that case, we can use thin pitch, but in normal, we will use thick pitch. And this basic diameter, we cannot change the value because it will automatically adjust as per the base diameter. So this value is by considering pitch main is M10 and pitch is 1.5. So tentatively it is minus pitch, means 10 minus 1.5 approximately 8.5. This is a tentative thumb rule. Pitch will be minus. Now this is the hole. And how the whole end should be? So by default it should be V bottom. If we want a special case flat bottom, we can select a flat bottom. Okay.